I've read hundreds if not thousands of comments that these spray nozzles are just not very good. So let's get the testing underway and see if that $8 spray nozzle is just as good as the one that costs $120. In the first test, we'll see which spray nozzle creates the most spray force. Then we'll compare water flow rate and the quality of the spray settings. We'll also test the durability of the spray nozzles by dropping them and then driving over them. At a price of only $9 is this Automan brand. The hose nozzle is made of ABS. They claim it has 7 adjustable watering patterns. All the spray nozzles we'll be testing fit standard 3/4 inch diameter garden hose thread. And the Automan is made in China. Weight is sometimes an indicator of quality, and the Automan weighs 110 grams. A sprayer that requires a lot of hand force can cause hand fatigue, and the Automan requires a peak force of 2,430 grams, which works out to 5.4 pounds of squeezing force. I've attached a pressure gauge to a garden hose, and the water pressure is very close to 68 psi. The jet setting is supposed to provide a high-pressure stream that blasts dirt and debris. Slowing things down from 6 feet out, the Automan produces a broken-up heavy stream of water. Some of the brands mention stream force, so let's measure that next. With a 3/4 inch hose on the jet setting. And the Automan reached a peak force of 460 grams, or right at 1 pound of force. At a price of $10 is this Green Mount brand. They claim it's durable and robust. We're going to test that. Black shock-resistant rubber dial protects the hand sprayer from accidental impacts. Just like the Automan, the Green Mount offers 7 different spray patterns. And the Green Mount is made in China. And the Green Mount weighs more than twice as much as the Automan at 252 grams. And the Green Mount takes even more squeezing force at 2,816 grams, or 6.3 pounds. And the jet stream from the Green Mount is also broken up and looks about the same as the Automan. And the Green Mount delivers a little stronger force at 492 grams, or 1.1 pounds. At a price of $13 is this Melnor brand. Heavy-duty metal construction is built to last. They claim it has 7 dynamic spray patterns. It's supposed to have a heavyweight rear trigger. They claim you can quickly connect and disconnect the nozzle with an included quick connect. And the Melnor is made in China. And the Melnor is by far the heaviest yet at 494 grams. And the Melnor weighs the most but takes less force to use with a peak force of 2,158 grams, or 4.8 pounds. And the Melnor's jet stream doesn't seem quite as intense as the Automan or the Green Mount. And the Melnor ran out of steam at 400 grams, or 0.9 pounds. At a price of $15 is this Craftsman brand. They claim it's a heavy-duty 7-pattern water nozzle. They claim it has a zinc core for strength and durability. It also has thumb control instead of the rear handle. They claim the contoured overmold body provides a secure grip. And the Craftsman is made in Taiwan. And it's 278 grams for the Craftsman. And the Craftsman has a thumb trigger, and it only takes 564 grams, or 1.2 pounds. And the Craftsman produces a very narrow and less intense stream of water than the Green Mount on the jet setting. And 264 grams is only 0.6 pounds, or about half the force as a Green Mount. Also, the price of $15, the same price as a Craftsman, is this Flexzilla brand. Flow control dial offers greater watering control. It also has a soft grip dial guard, rubberized grip for extra comfort. And the Flexzilla offers 7 different spray patterns. And the Flexzilla is made in Taiwan. The Flexzilla weighs 308 grams. And the Flexzilla requires quite a bit of hand strength at just over 3.5 kilograms, or almost 8 pounds. And the Flexzilla offers a less scattered stream of water, but it's not quite as intense as the Green Mount. And it's 424 grams, or 0.9 pounds for the Flexzilla. At a price of $17 is this NAV8. Just like the Craftsman, the NAV8 also has a thumb control. It offers 10 different spray patterns. They claim the soft rubberized no-slip grip makes this sprayer comfortable to hold for long periods of time. And the NAV8 is made in China. And the iNav8 weighs 240 grams. And the thumb knob on the NAV8 takes half the force of the Craftsman at 270 grams, or 0.6 pounds. And the NAV8 has a smaller jet stream than the Flexzilla. And the NAV8 only made it to 316 grams, or 0.7 pounds. At a price of $19 is this Dramm nozzle. Rubberized grip for comfort and control. It's mostly constructed of metal. It offers 9 different spray patterns. And the Dramm is made in Taiwan. And it's 296 grams for the Dramm. And the Dramm takes about 2 pounds less force than the Flexzilla at 5.8 pounds, or 2,646 grams. And the Dramm produces a very scattered spray pattern. However, it delivers quite a bit of force at 498 grams, which is almost the same as a Green Mount. At a price of $20 is this RESTMO brand. It has 7 different spray patterns. Body and trigger are constructed with 100% powder-coated metal material. It has a shock-resistant rubberized bezel dial, coated with soft TPU and non-slip grip. And the RESTMO is made in China. And the RESTMO weighs 304 grams. If you have arthritis or if hand fatigue is an issue, you could rest your hands with the RESTMO at only 480 grams, or 1.1 pounds. And the RESTMO's jet stream looks less intense than the Dramm. 340 grams is very close to 0.7 pounds of force. At a price of $27 is this Rainpoint brand. They claim it's a high-pressure, water hose heavy-duty nozzle sprayer. They claim it has a 100% zinc alloy body. Just like most of the other brands, it does have a rubber grip. It offers 9 different spray patterns. And the Rainpoint is made in China. And the Rainpoint is pretty heavy at 398 grams. And the Rainpoint performed quite a bit better than average to move into second place behind the RESTMO at 1,030 grams or 2.3 pounds. And the Rainpoint stream is broken up and very inconsistent. And the Rainpoint really struggled at only 226 grams or about 1/2 pound of force. At a price of $27 is this Stanley brand. The Stanley Fat Max is a heavy-duty 8-pattern spray nozzle. It has a durable and lightweight plastic body. However, it does have a zinc alloy inner core. And the Stanley is made in China. And it's 342 grams for the Stanley. And the Stanley Fat Max requires quite a bit of hand strength at 6.2 pounds or 2,792 grams. And the Stanley Fat Max has a more consistent jet stream than the Rainpoint. And 382 grams works out to 0.8 pounds or about 46% stronger than the Rainpoint. At a price of $28 is this Eden brand. They claim it offers 6 different spray patterns. They claim their sprayer has a durable aluminum core that resists damage and rust. Honeycomb grip for extra control even in wet conditions. A soft dial ring protects against damage during everyday use. And the Eden is made in Taiwan. The Eden weighs 346 grams. And the Eden is very easy on the hands at only 970 grams or 2.1 pounds. And the Eden produces by far the most concentrated jet stream of all the brands. If you're looking for a spray nozzle to blast away mud or grass clippings from the lawnmower deck, the Eden is by far the best so far at 604 grams or 1.3 pounds. At a price of $44 is this Gardena brand. They claim that this sprayer is frost-proof. It offers 5 different spray patterns. Ergonomic trigger with integrated lock and water flow adjustment is coated in soft plastic for secure and comfortable grip. Constructed of durable metal parts. And the Gardena is made in Germany. And the Gardena weighs 430 grams. And the Gardena takes less force than average at 1,858 grams or 4.1 pounds. The Gardena's jet stream is pretty scattered and broken up. And 418 grams or 0.9 pounds is about 36% less spray force than the Eden. The second type of nozzle we'll be testing has a single spray pattern. At a price of $9 is this Gilmour brand. They claim it's insulated for hot and cold water. Durable metal construction. Adjustable flow control dial to adjust force of water stream. And the Gilmour is made in China. And the Gilmour weighs 172 grams. And the Gilmour requires pretty strong hands at 5.9 pounds or 2,654 grams of force. And this style of spray nozzle typically delivers a stronger water jet than the multi-pattern sprayers. And 548 grams or 1.2 pounds is the second best yet. At a price of $12 is this Viking brand. They claim it's a high-pressure hose nozzle. It does have a rubberized handle. The trigger is made of plastic. And the Viking is made in China. And it's 164 grams for the Viking. And the Viking takes less force than the Gilmour at 2,184 grams. And the Viking's water jet is pretty scattered and inconsistent. And the Viking reached a peak force of 400 grams or about 0.9 pounds. At a price of $13 is this Little Big Shot brand. They claim it delivers 40% more force with 40% less water. They also claim it's guaranteed not to leak. The spray nozzle is assembled by disabled U.S. veterans. And the Little Big Shot is made in the USA. The Little Big Shot weighs 74 grams. And the Little Big Shot produces the best looking jet stream yet. It's very narrow and clean. The Little Big Shot does claim to deliver more spray force than the competition, and it moves into the lead at 682 grams or 1.5 pounds. At a price of $19 is this Chapin brand. It's constructed of galvanized steel with a brass tip. They claim die-cast metal construction for lasting performance. Insulated rubber grip for comfort while spraying. And the Chapin is made in China. And the Chapin's pretty heavy at 470 grams. And the Chapin requires quite a bit of hand strength at 8.4 pounds or 3,816 grams. Compared to the Little Big Shot, the Chapin's jet is pretty scattered and inconsistent. And 424 grams or 0.9 pounds is about 56% less than the Little Big Shot. At a price of $22 is this FANHAO brand. This is a very popular brand with around 9,000 in sales every month. They claim it's made of 100% metal. The body is constructed of zinc alloy. It has multiple inner rubber O-ring washers to provide a durable, tight seal to eliminate leaks. And the FANHAO is made in China. And it's 356 grams for the FANHAO. And the FANHAO is relatively easy on the hands at just over 2 kilograms or 4.4 pounds. And the FANHAO produces a very nice looking water jet that's very narrow and clean. And the FANHAO performed quite a bit better than average at 544 grams or 1.2 pounds of jet force. At a price of $25 is this Gilmour Pro. They claim it can handle up to 125 psi. It has a die-cast body with brass spray tip. They claim it has a crush-resistant glass-filled nylon handle. It's hot water rated up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, made in China. And the Gilmour weighs 456 grams. Hand fatigue might become an issue with the Gilmour Pro at 3,852 grams or 8.5 pounds of squeezing force. And the Gilmour Pro also produces a narrow and clean water jet. However, the Gilmour Pro trails the FANHAO by around 18% at 1 pound or 470 grams. At a price of $29 is this Rainpoint brand. They claim it's made from heavy-duty metal for exceptional strength and durability. They claim it has a robust brass head that can withstand impact. We're going to test that. It has a rubber grip for comfort and control. And Rainpoint is made in China. And it's 360 grams for the Rainpoint. For the twist nozzle category, the Rainpoint is the easiest on the hands at only 3.2 pounds or 1,474 grams. And the Rainpoint's jet is a little more scattered than the Gilmour Pro. And 480 grams of force is about the same as the Gilmour Pro. At a price of $68 is this SANI brand. It's designed for both hot and cold water. It does have an insulated handle. It's designed to handle an impact. It includes a brass and stainless steel connection. And the SANI is made in Taiwan. It also includes this adapter. And the SANI weighs 276 grams. And the SANI takes 5.7 pounds or 2,576 grams of squeezing force. And the SANI produces a very nice looking and powerful water jet. And 630 grams is good enough to move into second place behind the Little Big Shot. I'll be testing a second spray nozzle made by SANI and it cost $113. It's designed for both hot and cold water. Most of the spray nozzles have a trigger in the front, this one has it in the back. They advertise a flow rate of 2.5 to 7.5 gallons per minute. It can handle up to 100 psi. And the SANI is made in Taiwan. It's designed to handle an impact, and it's 426 grams for the SANI And the SANI industrial size requires quite a bit of hand strength at 9.1 pounds or 4,112 grams. And the SANI Industrial also looks pretty nice and clean. And the SANI Industrial also performed quite a bit better than average at 578 grams or 1.3 pounds. So the Little Big Shot produces the most powerful jet stream at 1.5 pounds of force. The SANI finished in second place at 1.4 pounds. The Eden is the only multi-pattern sprayer to make the top 5 list at 1.3 pounds. For the multi-pattern spray nozzles, the NAV8 has a thumb knob that only requires 0.6 pounds of thumb force. The RESTMO has a trigger that only requires 1.1 pounds. The Craftsman's thumb knob requires 1.2 pounds of force. For nozzles with adjustable tips, the Rainpoint requires the least amount of force at 3.2 pounds. FANHAO finished in second place at 4.4 pounds and Viking third at 4.8. In the next test, let's see how quickly we can fill a 5-gallon bucket using the setting that produces the most water flow. Using an open hose as our control, the 3/4 inch hose is producing pretty fast flow. And the open hose filled the 5-gallon bucket in only 56 seconds. With the Automan set on the full setting, the Automan does a great job and is about 17 seconds slower than the open hose at 1 minute and 13 seconds. And the green mount has a soaker setting that produces quite a bit of water flow. And the green mount moves into the lead at 1 minute and 10 seconds. And there's quite a bit of variation when it comes to spray nozzle options, and the Melnor is finished in 1 minute and 17 seconds. And the Craftsman really struggled with delivering enough water flow for the water force test. And the Craftsman struggled once again on this test at 1 minute and 35 seconds. And the Flexzilla just doesn't have a spray setting that produces a lot of water volume. And the Flexzilla is finally finished in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And the NAV8 struggled with producing enough water for the jet water force test. And the NAV8 is finished in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the Dramm has a soaker setting, but it's still not producing very much water flow. And the Dramm is finally finished in 1 minute and 43 seconds. And the RESTMO isn't quite as fast as the Automan, Green Mountain, and Melnor, and is finished in 1 minute and 28 seconds. And the Rainpoint is performing a little bit better than average and is finished in 1 minute and 20 seconds. And the Stanley struggled to keep up with the competition on the jet stream force test and has struggled once again on this test at 1 minute and 50 seconds. And the Eden performed very well on the jet force test and is performing better than average once again at 1 minute and 28 seconds. And the Gardena does a great job of aerating the water on the highest water flow setting. And the Gardena is finished in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the very affordable Gilmour spray nozzle is producing a tremendous amount of water volume and moves into the lead at only 60 seconds. And the Viking trailed the Gilmour on the jet force test, and the Viking trails the Gilmour once again at 1 minute and 18 seconds. And the Chapman isn't quite as fast as the Gilmour and the Viking at 1 minute and 35 seconds. And the Little Big Shot won the jet force test. And the Little Big Shot moves into third place behind the Green Mount at 1 minute and 11 seconds. And the FANHAO performed very well on the jet force test, and it continues to impress on this test at 1 minute and 10 seconds to move into a two-way tie for second place. And the Gilmour Pro continues to perform better than average and has already finished filling the bucket in 1 minute and 15 seconds. And the Rainpoint performed about the same as the Gilmour Pro on the spray force test, and it performed about the same once again on this test at 1 minute and 16 seconds. And the SANI finished in second place for spray force, and the SANI moves into second place once again at 1 minute and 5 seconds. And the SANI Industrial Spray Nozzle trailed the smaller SANI sprayer for the spray force test, and it trails it once again at 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're looking for a spray nozzle that produces the most water volume, the very affordable Gilmour came out on top at 1 minute. The SANI finished in second place at 65 seconds. The green mount and FANHAO tied for third place at 70 seconds. I tested all the multi-pattern spray nozzles in the shower setting for speed at filling a 2-gallon bucket. Fortunately, all the spray nozzles were pretty close together between 27 and 38 seconds. This set us up perfectly for the follow-on test to assess how the spray nozzles made use of the water. And the Automan creates a hollow cone that's around 24 inches in diameter. And the green mount spray pattern is a bit more random and way too scattered at 32 inches in diameter. And the Melnor produces a 17-inch cone that allows you to target a specific area better than the Automan and the green mount. And the Craftsman shower setting seems a little too focused and likely to erode loose soil unless the water pressure is reduced. And the Flexzilla seems to be more forceful in some areas than others with around a 16-inch cone diameter. And the NF8 produces a 20-inch cone with a hollow center. And the Dramm has around a 15-inch cone that seems pretty random and more intense in some areas than others. And the RESTMO offers a 12-inch cone that's pretty consistent with intensity. Of all the brands tested so far, the Rainpoint seems to offer by far the best coverage from side to side and within the cone. And the Stanley is producing a 12-inch circular cone with a hollow center. And the Eden is delivering a cone size of around 23 inches that looks pretty good, but the coverage is not quite as good as the Rainpoint. And the Gardena's cone is around 10 inches in diameter and is pretty intense. Assessing performance is highly subjective, but the Rainpoint received the best possible rating of 1 for doing the best job at creating a natural rainfall pattern. The Eden produced a less consistent pattern, but still pretty good with the rating of 1.5. I compared all the multi-sprayers for their ability to create a mist. While it is highly subjective, the Flexzilla, Rainpoint, and Eden came out on top with the rating of 1 by breaking down the water into very fine droplets. Most of the other brands performed well but created larger water droplets. The Gardena does not offer a mist setting. I also measured the water throw distance for the spray nozzles using the water jet setting. And the FANHAO came in on top at 29 feet. The very affordable Gilmour finished in second place at 27 feet. The little big shot in Gilmour Pro tied for third place at 26. To test durability, I dropped all the spray nozzles from 6 feet. All the spray nozzles survived the impact except for the Flexzilla, which is now leaking pretty badly. Let's test the durability of the spray nozzles by driving over them. And that crunching sound isn't a very good sound, and unfortunately, the very light-duty Automan was crushed from the weight of the vehicle. And the green mount is constructed of metal and survived without major damage. Some very superficial damage to the Melnor, but the spray nozzle is still working just fine. And the Craftsman survived without any major damage. The Flexzilla already leaks, but let's drive over it anyway. Unfortunately, the Flexzilla experienced catastrophic damage. First the crunching sound, and then the spray nozzle broke into pieces. And the Dramm was destroyed by the weight of the vehicle. And the RESTMO experienced some superficial damage, but it still works just fine. And the Rainpoint experienced some pretty heavy damage, and now it leaks around the spray head dial and the trigger fell off. And the Stanley also experienced damage to the spray head dial. While the sprayer does work, it's leaking around the dial pretty badly. And the Eden is a great spray nozzle, but it's not designed to withstand getting ran over. And it now leaks around the spray head dial. And the Gardena has been completely destroyed by the weight of the vehicle. Definitely not designed for being around Cousin Eddie. The plastic on the Gilmour is cracked, but the metal core held up just fine and the sprayer works just fine. And the Viking became crushed from the weight of the vehicle. Just like the Viking, the little big shot became bent from the weight of the vehicle. And the Chapin is built like a tank and it still works just fine. And the FANHAO is also very well constructed and survived without major damage. And the Gilmour Pro looks like it was designed for Cousin Eddie and it still works as good as new. And the Rainpoint is also very well constructed, but the trigger experienced some damage, however the spray nozzle still works just fine. And the SANI Lava is built like a tank and it still works like it's as good as new. And the larger SANI Lava spray nozzle also held up just fine and works as good as new. Assessing durability from extreme abuse is highly subjective, but many of the spray nozzles receive the best possible rating of 1. So which spray nozzle is the best? The left side of the chart includes the ungraded categories that includes basic information about each spray nozzle. I've converted the raw data into a 1st through 21st ranking for the graded areas on the right side of the chart. And the FANHAO is a single spray pattern nozzle that came out on top with the best average finish at 3.3. At only around $22, that would definitely be my choice if you're looking for a single spray pattern nozzle. And the SANI Lava finished in second place overall with an average finish of 3.8. However, it is very expensive at a price of around $68. If you're looking for a multi-pattern spray nozzle, I'd definitely go with the Eden. It's not too expensive at a price of around $28 and it performed well in just about every category. It's that time of year to replace those garden hoses and spray nozzles. It's been several years since the last garden hose review, so please let me know if you'd like to see an updated review. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested, so if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching, and please take care and look forward to next time.